Here are 3 mistakes I made when I first started generating leads for water damage restoration. The first was how to charge them and kind of when to charge them. So I usually charge when a lead actually converts to your service instead of a time. A lot of people will do like if a call goes over 2 minutes, then you get charged X amount. I'll do significantly more when a lead converts. I am a really big proponent of this because it's an easier sales pitch, it's a win-win for both companies, and it lets you build long-term clients. Other ways you could do this is one of the few services I would actually be okay with the idea of doing a percentage, because one of the things I didn't understand is how much revenue is in these leads. So this is one of the few ones where the margins are good for the buyers because these are big jobs and they're kind of like you have to get it done now jobs. So there's some good percentages and you might get a really good return on your leads for that. And there's a couple other ways you can leverage that as we go through this that you can see how it would puzzle piece in. I like the flat rate. Another thing I've experimented with one of my long-term buyers who wanted to expand into new territories is doing a rental of locations. So I would build out campaigns and he'd rent them on a monthly basis. So the second part of that was when to charge them. When I was doing the rentals, I didn't realize in some of the cities compared to where we started, some of the new cities were going to take much longer to bring in leads. So there was actually a like 4 month period where I didn't charge him the monthly renewal fee because I was waiting for leads to come back in and be like a good return on his investment. So I didn't want him doing all these months of renewals, no leads coming in, and then he canceled the campaign. So I had to wait until the campaign got rocking and rolling and leads were coming in. And then they have no issue doing either the flat rate, the percentage, or the monthly rental, depending on how you got them set up, if you'll give them that little bit of leeway. Because like I said, when these pop, they're huge conversions, like 8, 12, 14, $20,000 jobs. So there's a lot of money to be made here. And that ties into the second mistake that I was making, which is how much to charge. Now, I think I was charging like $300 or $400, and for a converted lead, I mean, that's really easy money. Like it's good win-win for both parties. This was one of those where it seemed really good in the beginning and it still kind of is. Now that I know the industry more and I know how much revenue is in there, I think another pay structure would actually probably work better, whether it's the percentage or just asking for like $1,000 or whatever. These leads are pretty comparable to medical leads because there's so much revenue in them. Now, the third mistake I was making was, unlike other campaigns, you have to be very, very picky about the geo-targeting. This is because there's about 3 times a year where you're going to get good water damage leads, and it's not going to be a consistent all year long thing. Yes, once the SEO gets more competitive and you're outranking a lot of the competitors in those cities, you'll get more regular monthly leads because there are going to be random like pipe bursts, water damage for whatever reason, like a rain came in while a roof was under repair. There's a million reasons where you'll get some of those small calls, but geo-targeting, you want to get campaigns that are going to give you the biggest chance of getting a return on your marketing efforts. So what do I mean by that? So you want to be at campaigns that are near water. Like coastal cities are great because then you have the rainy season, then you have the hurricane season during the summer, and preferably you want to get somewhere that has a good winter because that way the cold comes in and bursts the pipes. So you'll have a beginning of the year with the rain season, you'll have a summer pop with the hurricanes, and then you'll finish out the year with some bursts in the winter, and it'll be a good campaign overall. So this campaign is highly technical, but once you learn the ins and outs of this setup, it's a really good return for both the water buyers and for you as a marketing agency.